Page 204 in the good old summertime. This is a nice arrangement of a very popular tune, usually sung, don't have to sing it, usually sung, and it's in 4 parts. So we have a few things to discuss on this kind of thing. The main idea is it's an ensemble. It's a group of people playing together. So it kind of depends on whether you're a teacher and you have an ensemble working, or if you're just a member of an ensemble. There's a difference here. So we have to, what's it? I'm going to take the viewpoint of a teacher because that's what I used to do. And I have an ensemble of students and they're going to play it. And either me or somebody else will play the piano. I don't know. Let's just talk about it. You see it's on pages 204 and 205. You want to look it over again, kind of go through the process anyway. We adjust it as we need to. The parts are labeled, part 1 through 4. The last part, you see the curly brace, that's the grand staff. That indicates it's a keyboard instrument. Doesn't say what kind of keyboard instrument. It could be an organ, piano, could be a harp, because they do this too. They use a grand staff. Any instrument, concert keyed instrument that uses a grand staff. I'm not aware of any instrument that uses a grand staff that is not concert keyed instrument, so never mind that part. That's just okay. We're going to pretend it's a piano part. Now, there's 4 parts and there's a piano part, so this would normally be called a piano quartet. That threw me when I was first learning. A piano quartet, you mean 4 pianos? No, it's 4 parts and the piano's one of the parts, is what it is. Generally, that's what they call it. First thing I want to do as a teacher, I want to know the other parts. So I'm going to listen to them. The top part appears to be the melody. That's where the words are. And you could have a 5th person, in that case, be the singer. Or you could all sing it, or 1 or 2 people singing it, or I don't care who sings it, as long as it ain't me, it's fine. No sharps or flats, C major, 3/4 time with a pickup. So that's the melody. Simple enough, I hope. And the fingering, I use a different fingering than they do, but the point is I want to connect all the notes. I just lift up for the phrasing. See, I just did the articulation and all that at the same time. It's fine. Part 2, harmony. Okay, not real wonderful on its own, but it fits, I'm sure. Part 3 is harmony, and it's up here. It's like a discant. It's like another little melody up above, floating up above. Something the flutes or an oboe or somebody would play up there. And then, of course, the piano part. And the piano part just has the chords, chuck, 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 chuck. And it says there, play the right hand an octave lower throughout. And that's because these other instruments you're playing in this area. It would sound better if you didn't. So you're playing down here. So I didn't really do the dynamics. I want to talk about dynamics. You know all the parts. You can play all the parts, so you're familiar if the students need any help, and you sort of know what it sounds like. So if they do play a wrong note, you have an idea that maybe something's wrong. Otherwise, if you don't know the parts, they could play a wrong note. You're not going to know because the wrong note they played might be in the chord. It might be just the wrong note in the chord. It might sound okay harmonically. So you have to be careful on that. However, we can take multiple parts. You need to be able to play multiple parts. Take parts 1 and 2 together. The idea. I don't want to play it all like you can do that. Part 3 is up here, and that's tricky for me because I expect the lower to be up or high. So here I would play the part 3 in the right hand, and this here. That would be tricky for me because it's backwards. I would actually need to cross hands. Would be easier if I would do that here. So my brain works right, because otherwise it gets all, okay. You don't have to polish them to the point you play them really well. You just need to kind of have an idea what they sound like together. And then all 3 parts together, I don't know if you do the here. I'm not even going to try. You can have fun with that if you want. But I want to talk a little bit about ensemble playing. I've heard in performances pianists who are solo players, great, wonderful solo players. No, I'm not going to mention names. But when they play in a piano ensemble like this, they're playing a solo. And you can tell they're playing a solo. They're used to playing solos, and that's what they're down there. They'd be playing a solo. Listen to me. And the point is, you have to blend in with the ensemble. You're not doing a solo unless you have the melody and you come out. So you have to lay back. Well, think about that on these dynamics, because they're giving the same dynamic to every part. I mean, that's just silly. You're not going to do that. You want to hear the melody and you want to hear the bass here. Those are the parts you want to hear. Everything else is in the background. So the melody, if that's moderately loud, then parts 2 got to be soft, and this got to be soft, and this has to be soft. They have to be in the background. We want to hear the melody. Now, in a lot of ensemble music, the melody will go from part to part. And that's fine. You just, wherever the melody is, that's what you want to hear, and everybody else has to lay back. So on these dynamics, adjust them. Don't say, well, it says MF, I'm doing MF, screw you. No, you adjust them to support or enhance or complement the melody. Yeah. As far as the speed goes, when one part has a pickup beat like that, that gives the others a chance to get the speed. So you don't need, just everybody's ready, and then the first part just, and everybody else gets their speed from those 2 notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and they go with that. If everybody's starting at the same time, then somebody has to start it, usually the first violin or something. They'll give a head nod or something, and you've already decided beforehand how fast it's going to go, so you already can do that. You work these things out as an ensemble, but just make sure you can play your part correctly, because if somebody's going to screw up, let it be somebody else, not you.